our colleagues at the Israeli embassy, and for all of us who saw in them a future that was bright. Their lives were intertwined in love, service, and the shared vision of peace, and now they are together in memory. Even in this deep grief, we hold on to the light that Sarah and Yaron shared freely. Their warmth, their commitment, and the love that they spread through community and connection, that is what they stood for, and that is what we must carry forward. And so as I close, I would like to share this prayer of peace and healing written by Nancy Kriesman. To the one who blessed our ancestors and the one who blesses all beings here on this earth, bless all those who are suffering the grief of someone they loved. May they find solace in their memory, and may their love find a resting place in their hearts. May they have patience and strength, as grief can come in waves throughout their lives. May they find the courage to share their grief with others, no matter how many years have gone by. While they can be shattered by loss, they can be healed by the love from others. Sacred One, help them find ways to open their hearts to love and to hope. Bless all those who are grieving, for it is an honor to have lived. Make both life and death a blessing. Amen. The Sarah and Yaron were taken from us at this museum that we heard is meant to celebrate our shared heritage. We must not let that act dim the light of what this museum represents, which is a testament to Jewish resilience, a place to tell all of our stories, and a beacon of hope for our Jewish community. May the memories of Sarah and Yaron be a blessing. May we find strength in each other as we honor their lives, and may their legacy inspire us to keep building a more compassionate and inclusive world.
My name is Sue Stolov, and I am the president of the American Jewish Committee, Washington Region. I was here that evening because I was asked and honored to be the closing speaker at the AJC Young Diplomatic Reception. I was really honored to be asked because, as you can see, I'm much older than most of the people that were at the event. So it was very, very special for me. And when I looked around the room that night, it was filled with the beautiful faces of young people, talking, sharing, lively, engaged, and then suddenly it wasn't. That an attack could happen like this in our nation's capital is truly a wake-up call. We've been shouting it out for a while. We know from the annual American Jewish Committee survey, 91% of American Jews believe anti-Semitism in the U.S. is increasing, and 73%, including myself, feel less secure living in the U.S. than they did a year ago. And after what happened here, that number will likely go up. The young people attending this event were targeted because they attended a Jewish event, or because they were Jewish, or they were perceived to be Jewish. There has been a dramatic increase in the use of rhetoric demonizing Jews and Jewish organizations, and this has got to stop. We cannot separate this violence from the rhetoric that fuels hate and conspiracies against Jews. They are just words, but this is what globalized the Intifada means. It means that you or you or you could get shot and killed leaving this building right now because you are simply in a Jewish institution. Everyone who was here that night will have their own story, including myself. For me, I left the building at 5 minutes to 9 by myself in the dark. I had parked a block and a half away. It was dark, it was wet. I'm 67 years old, and I didn't want to slip on the pavement. I was looking down at the floor as I walked. I didn't think for a minute, well, I thought to myself, here I am again, by myself, in the dark, walking down a dark street in D.C., going to a pretty empty parking garage. And I thought to myself, well, I didn't think I'd get shot because I was Jewish. I did think the possibility exists that I would get mugged. I was probably not a good target in retrospect. I've got gray hair, and I was alone. Why shoot one person when you can shoot more? I may have walked past the shooter. I don't know because I was looking at my feet. 6 minutes after I passed that spot, 2 people were dead. It could have been me. By standing up today, we honor the memories of Sarah Milgrim and Yaron Lischinsky, 2 beautiful souls who believed in bridge building and a better future. One thing I will remember about Sarah, and if you watched the funeral, you probably would have noticed this too, that every time she had a choice in her life or made a decision, she always chose hope. She was committed to peace building and passionate about sustainability and people-to-people relations. She traveled with AJC on a fellowship where she joined other American, Israeli, French, and Moroccan leaders focused on advancing relations in the Middle East and North Africa. Yaron always had a smile on his face and a welcoming presence. He was passionate, he was intelligent, he was a hard worker and always willing to go the extra mile. And before he left the museum that night, he shared how excited he was to be going back home to spend the Jewish holiday of Shavuot with his family in Israel. And as Josh mentioned, he had bought a ring and was planning to propose to Sarah. It's a beautiful love story with a very unhappy ending. May their memories be a blessing.
Good morning. I'm Bea Gerwitz, and I'm the Executive Director of the Lillian and Albert Small Capital Jewish Museum. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for being here with us to remember Sarah and Yaron, to support the Jewish community, and to stand with us as we rededicate ourselves to the important work of the museum. I specifically want to thank Mayor Bowser, Police Chief Smith, Councilmember Allen, and all the first responders in the room for your support over this past week. And in this room today, in case you were wondering, we feel the embrace of so many overlapping communities: our closest neighbors, our museum colleagues, our Jewish community, our interfaith community. The outpouring of support from all of you has strengthened our whole team. In the past week, we have come to know Sarah and Yaron through their friends, families, coworkers, and then the many remarks today. Today, thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your tributes with us, even as you are grieving. I have come to learn that Sarah and Yaron represented the best of us, pursuing the peace that we all yearn for. Through their work at the Israeli embassy and their connections with the local Jewish community, they wanted to bring forward a better future. They collaborated with other Jewish groups, synagogues, and leaders in the region to strengthen our community. For example, just last week, as we heard a little, Sarah was helping to coordinate activities related to World Pride in DC. Their story was part of DC's Jewish story, and therefore part of the museum's story. We are interested here in all facets of Jewish life in the region, from Jewish baseball teams to political buttons to board meeting notes. But as a Jewish museum focused on Washington, D.C., we have a special interest in the ways people come to D.C. to change the world. So many young people like Sarah and Yaron arrive in our nation's capital from across the globe, ready to get down to work for us all. They want to make a difference, build bridges, work in diplomacy. They organize marches, they lobby their representatives. They go to mixers, happy hours, and networking receptions to meet other young people and to build community. These are Jewish stories representing Jewish lives, and they need to be told, deserve to be shared, and we, as a museum, are taking up that unique responsibility. We always hope that the stories we tell in this museum will continue to inspire our visitors to find their own way forward. Through our exhibits and programming, we strive to build connections, identify points of commonality, encourage civic engagement, and always educate the public about the richness, diversity, and vibrancy of Jewish life. That work will not stop. Last week's anti-Semitic attack cannot be our last chapter. So we reopen today, and we dedicate ourselves to honor Yaron and Sarah and their commitment to repairing the world and building bridges. And we take strength in all of you as we go forward in fulfilling that mission. Thank you for being in community with one another this morning. We look forward to welcoming you back many, many times.
Make of us a house for all people. Gather us in hope for all people. Surround us in peace for all people, in wholeness and in love. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Make of us a house for all people. Gather us in hope for all people. Surround